This is Breaking News, brought to you by the Advantage Dealer Group.
Come on, Jesse.
Breaking News on ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
It's on now. Breaking news here, brought to you by the Advantage Dealer Group. We go to the CarX Tire and Auto Guest Hotline, and we bring in Jesse Rogers.
No, we don't. We bring in Adam Abdallah. Jesse hasn't called me yet.
Oh, okay.
The trade is official.
Bad. We turn to Walter Cronkite once
Jeff
again.
Passan reporting the Cubs have acquired star outfielder Kyle Tucker in a trade with the Houston Astros. Now official.
Does he have the package going back? Not yet.
No package from Passan at the moment.
That's a personal question.
We're waiting, and perhaps Jesse might be able to fill us in a moment.
Waiting upon his
package.
That is a personal question.
Jesse will call here. So what do we want to do? We want to blow off lunch rush today. We want to talk about this a little bit. Probably.
Yeah, let's talk
idea.
Cubs.
Yeah, Cubs.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's huge.
He's a really good player. Coming off an injury, but a really good player. Like I said, this would have been 4 consecutive 5-win seasons for Kyle Tucker, and this would have been by far his best, but he only played half the year. He only played 78 games because he got hurt. He still posted 4.7 Baseball Reference wins above replacement last season. He's coming from Houston. If people don't know much about Kyle Tucker,
left-handed thunderstick.
Yes, he
is. Can I call him that?
Yeah,
without having people abuse me.
He's got some pretty big home run numbers. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, he's hit 29 or more in 3 seasons, and he would have blown by that last year had he not gotten hurt. He hit 23 home runs in half a season last year.
Yep.
He's got a career slash line of 274, 353, 516, and he has a career OPS plus of 139. I mean, they're really getting a dynamic player. Now, it's maybe a little odd if they don't plan on re-signing him. Let's bring in Jesse. Jesse joins the conversation now on the CarX Tire and Auto Guest Hotline. He's a great player, Jess. What's the plan here, though? Like,
Talk to us.
What's what's going on?
So a lot of people are wondering. I tried to explain it a little bit on Waddle and Sylvia the other day, but now that this is actually happening, we can discuss it more. I do think Bellinger is absolutely going to be on the move. I've thought that for a long while now. Suzuki could be as well, but that isn't definitive because he has a no trade clause. But Kyle Tucker becomes their starting right fielder. He's your golden at bat. Like, he's clearly the best player on the team offensively for sure. So let's start with that. They acquired an offensive player that can impact guys around him, and he's a bit of a difference maker. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Bellinger was pretty good, and Suzuki's pretty good. Tucker's better. Yeah. And here's what you need to know. That's what they're just trying to do, get a little bit better here and there and everywhere to push them into the playoffs. They'll worry about Tucker and his long-term implications at a later date. I do not think he's signing a long-term deal next week or next month.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, when you trade for a guy like that with a year to go, they go to free agency. I say 9 out of 10 because Francisco Lindor did sign up with the Mets after being traded, but it was 10 years and $341 million. I don't think the Cubs are going to blow him away in the next couple months, and I highly doubt they're going to even blow him away a year from now. Can't say for sure, but look, the ante went up with Juan Soto. They're the same player, left-handed outfielder.
Oh, well, they're not the same player, but
no, I'm saying left-handed outfielder is what I'm saying.
Right.
One guy's 3 years younger, one guy's 3 years older. But when you look at WAR and things like that, is he half the player? Sure. Okay, well, half the price. It's still
it's still going to be $400 million, right, Jess?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the plan. This is all about let's see if this guy helps us get to the playoffs in 2025, which tangentially probably gets Jed Hoyer a new contract. And so that's what people have to recognize. This isn't about 26, 27, 28.
Okay.
By the way, there's going to be another labor issue in 2 years with the players and the owners.
Right.
What's going on?
This is a short-term thing to try to get to the playoffs next year. And yeah, if he falls in love with Chicago, whether it be April, May, June, July, next August, fine. Then maybe he gives you some hometown discount. But most of the time, a player in this situation wants to get to free agency. It'd be different if he was signing an extension with Houston. There's a hometown discount. He grew up there. But now that he's been traded, I'd be surprised. And you guys are right. He's not a Boris client. That's helpful.
Yeah.
But don't even think about long-term with Kyle Tucker. Think about 2025.
Oh, that's well put then, Jess. That answers it for anybody that's scratching their head. I wondered a little. That's a great explanation. What's the prospect package going back to? Because of all this, does it mean they didn't? I mean,
What's
no
it look
Casey, no Shaw. Like, what's it look like?
No, Cam Smith is going. He's their guy they drafted last year in June. And remember, he's the one that made headlines. He hit 6 home runs in 6 days at Single-A Myrtle Beach, made some headlines. Cam Smith, good-looking prospect. But, look, you got one of the better hitters in the league. You have to give up someone. Paredes also goes. Okay. They clearly are opening up third base for Matt Shaw. I mean, I think they really believe in him. Yeah. Paredes pulls everything. He should be good down in Houston. And then they're throwing in Hayden Wesneski as well, who never really found his footing. I don't have a problem with trading Wesneski. Some people are going to have a problem with trading Cam Smith if Kyle Tucker doesn't sign up long term. Right. And I get that. But look, they've been searching for a star. We've been asking for them to find a star. They found one, whether it's 1 year or 9 more after this or whatever, I don't know. But at least they have a difference maker in the lineup for the first time in several years.
Yeah, he's the golden at bat. I like how you put that. Not that that's going to happen, but I think we're just going to use that term now.
So,
the most dangerous hitter in your lineup.
PCA's in center.
Yep.
So what does that mean for the other guy,
Bellinger?
Left.
Well, he said Bellinger's going to get traded probably.
To who?
Yeah, I think he's going to Yankees. I mean, that's kind of been out there, and I thought that for a while. They almost traded for him 2 years ago, and then once they traded for Juan Soto, they dropped it. But now they need someone to replace Juan Soto.
They're loading up, guys. Yeah, I mean, they traded for Devin Williams today.
What are we getting back? A pitching machine? I mean,
what is that market going to look like, Jess?
Salary relief and a prospect. They'll get a decent looking prospect. I think a pitcher and some salary relief. I think. Yeah, I know.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, he's making 27. I don't know. The Cubs might have to pick up a few million. Who knows? But this is what they're trying to be, a little bit more nimble and just all that jazz we've talked about forever with the Cubs.
Are they still paying Hayward?
No, that's over.
Finally, huh? Yeah. Jeez, thank you.
Well, I see Jesse's point, though. I mean,
how about Guy Smiley? Are they still paying him?
No, he's gone.
Drew Smiley. Oh, didn't they have some pitcher that's like been retired for 7 years that they still got to pay? Is all that dead money or that crap money, is that gone?
I believe that's the case. I don't even think they're paying Tucker Barnhart anymore or anybody like that.
They've won 83 each of the last couple of years, and while that's not good enough, I see like the way Jesse framed it. They're thinking a few extra wins, and the kind of player that he is offensively could get them into the playoffs.
Yeah, 86.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I heard you guys earlier. Does he get you into the World Series with the team around him? The answer is no, unless they go on some magical run. Right. But does he get you a little bit further in the division? The Brewers just lost Adames. They traded Devin Williams. Yep. Now they got some guys back, and I'm never doubting the Brewers again. After they lost Woodruff and Burns, they win the division by 10. But this is, okay, let's try to get to 85. Let's try to get to 87. Let's try to get to 88. That's what's going on here.
Okay. All right, Jess.
And don't expect the world out of Tucker in the sense that, look, lefties at Wrigley don't usually put up career numbers, okay? It's that. But, look, if he hits 30, that's pretty darn good. Not many lefties hit 30 or more homers at Wrigley Field. So don't expect the MVP caliber necessarily season, but he will be their best hitter.
All right, if you move Bellinger, Sale doesn't want to be DH. So what are you doing with Sale?
Yeah, like does he stay in a rotation with Tucker or
who are you talking about?
Suzuki.
Seiya.
No, he won't be in a rotation. Tucker is Gold Glove level. Sale would be your DH, which he doesn't want to be. Right. I heard a theory today, maybe LA because they can't re-sign Teoscar Hernandez, and that's the other thing. I think he would waive his no-trade clause for a place that is, sort of welcoming and used to having Japanese players, and certainly the Dodgers have a couple already. Like, I never thought Seiya was going to waive his no-trade to go to Houston. I said that to Sylvie the other day. Yeah. I didn't think those rumors were true, and they weren't. But a place like L.A., he would. So there's a good chance Belly and Suzuki are going to be on the move. Teams like to leave DH open to rotate guys.
Yes.
Just, if you're bringing Tucker and you lose Bellinger and Seiya, that's a lot of offense to lose. And, they still need some work to be done here, especially if you're starting a rookie at third base.
Yeah. All right, Jess. Excellent work. Thanks.
Okay, guys.
Have a good weekend, buddy. See ya.
You got it.
There's Jesse Rogers.
That's 3 days in a row. I mean, what are we doing here?
Come on, Jesse.
It's 3 out of 4.
I get it. The trade happened. I get it. But, boy, I tell you, it's December.
The Cubs now have 3 of the top 9 draft picks from the 2015 draft on their roster in 2025, Jurko. Can you name all 3? Well, you know one of them, Kyle Tucker.
Tucker.
He was the 5th overall pick.
Dansby Swanson.
Jurko was the number 1. Oh, come on, give me some for that.
What,
was
you didn't
the
think I know
number
baseball?
1 overall pick. That's amazing that you just pulled that, of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Tony La Russa once traded Dansby Swanson for Shelby Miller. Let's remember that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And
Great baseball mind.
And the third?
And the third is on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Dansby Swanson, Kyle Tucker. And
Pitcher?
Then, nope, not a pitcher. He was the 9th overall pick.
9th overall
They have
pick.
3 of the top
Ian
9.
Happ.
Ian
Boom.
Happ. Yurko,
Boom.
you really are something.
I'm done. I'm out.
Should take the day.